DCAM's lucky. We've been part of the Victorian ski resort scene for a long time now. We've grown with a number of resorts as they've added extra technology and extra snowmaking ability. Lake Mountain and Mount Baw Baw reached out to us late last year and said they've purchased a number of ski carpets to aid in the movement of people on the resort, but they needed a team to come in and carry out the installation and the commissioning of those carpets. So that fits perfectly into our existing skill set. We have a number of trades that cut right across between the mechanical installation and obviously the electrical commissioning of those systems. So it was a fantastic opportunity for us to increase our learning and our offering to Victorian ski resorts.
We've got the two Magic carpets, which was the first time we've had carpets of this size, this quality and this length, and one for Frosty and the other one for Big Hill. So Frosty being a dedicated toboggan park, which we hope will improve safety and reduce injuries, and also hold the snow better because people will now come up the carpet and not have to walk back up. And on Big Hill we've got obviously another carpet over there, same length, a little bit narrower, but for our beginner skiers, which is our market. Kids who have just transitioned off the small carpet, off the small rise, onto the larger carpet to just progress towards being able to take on more of the slopes that Baw Baw has to offer.
Working in those environments is tough, particularly Mount Baw Baw and Lake Mountain. They're known for very cold, wet air as opposed to a drier air as the resorts change up through Mount Buller and Mount Hotham and Falls Creek. But Lake Mountain and Mount Baw Baw particularly receive that cold, wet air, and it's quite tough to work in.
We're up at Mount Baw Baw Ski Resort, here to install two Magic carpets, which are a carpet lift for toboggan and ski runs, to return people back to the top of the run. Ran all the power through underground conduits, and we'll be picking up power from the appropriate switchboards. The power runs are the length of, if not longer than, the actual carpets themselves, because the main head unit at the top is where the main power will need to be. Yeah, the difficulties are, I guess, environmental, as in weather. The soft and boggy ground makes it difficult to get machinery access. Also for alignments of the carpets on uneven ground.
We have a telehandler as part of our site installation equipment. It's a fantastic device, and the number of attachments and the ability to get it into tight spots means it's a perfect piece of equipment for installations such as carpets like we did at Lake Mountain and Mount Baw Baw.
Our experience with DCAM has been very, very positive. I think Warren and Brendan are great leaders of that company. I can only say after being 35 years in an oil and gas construction job, there is good operators, they're friendly, they're cooperative, they work on the partnership type arrangement, on relationship arrangement. They have responded to every one of our requests in expediently quick time. I don't think without DCAM we would be getting anywhere near the success that we're about to achieve with these carpet, and especially with the late delivery, which is nothing we can do about, but we're right on the critical path now of getting them in, and they're here, they're doing a great job and good to work with.
The installation of the carpets had to occur over a very tight timeline. They arrived only a week prior to the start of the season, so we had to be extra efficient at making sure that we got all of the carpets installed. And I can say now that we installed 5 carpets in 7 days across 2 different states. All 5 carpets are up and running, so that's 2 at Mount Baw Baw, 2 at Lake Mountain and 1 carpet at Corran Forest, which is up in the ACT. All of those carpets have been commissioned and are running. Luckily for all the resorts, the season has started with a nice dump of snow last week, so the carpets have been well used.
We really want people to understand that it's a great beginner mountain. I started here in the early 70s. We talk about creating memories, lasting memories. My memories as a very young person, I hope that people get, when they come up to a place like Mount Baw Baw, we're very happy for them to continue on to the other mountains as I did. Maybe even go overseas and continue to enjoy the alpine experience in such a unique environment. Baw Baw is a fantastic place in terms that it has species of plants and animals up here that are not found anywhere else in the Victorian Alps. So it's not just a place for skiing, it's a place to appreciate. And I think as you grow older, you start to realise that it's one of those unique places that we need to preserve.
The existing toboggan slopes at Lake Mountain and Mount Baw Baw are well patronised. So if you go there through school holidays or even in the middle of the week, there's a lot of people on those toboggan runs. And what it means is that naturally people get to the bottom and they start walking back up. So there's a lot of pedestrians walking up the centre of that toboggan run. So those two resorts could see a real advantage in getting people to the top, but also getting them channels so that they're traversing back to the top of the toboggan run off to the side rather than straight up the centre. So by having a ski carpet there that they can stand on and get transported up, it means that they can control the flow of pedestrians on those toboggan runs safely.